Hello everyone, welcome to the first video for my new channel, The Blind Railroader. Even though I still have a little bit of sight, I am legally blind, and I love trains. After a long hiatus, I've decided to get back into the model railroading hobby, and it's going to be an interesting ride with the eyesight that I have. Things won't always be straight. Measurements may be off sometimes, and some things that I build will have to be built again because I've messed them up. But that's going to be the journey. I tend to look at things from a different perspective, and some things I see very clearly, others I don't see at all. So I tend to do things a little more slowly than others may do. And I also use jeweler's loops in cases where others probably wouldn't. But jeweler's loops are my friend. Growing up in the 70s, I was introduced to the model train hobby with a set that my parents bought for me from the Hudson's Bay Company, and by 1980 my layout was really taking shape. I had a variety of different locomotives and a bunch of rolling stock that people were starting to give me various items that they didn't want anymore. I was even beginning to learn how to make my layout more complicated with more turnouts and plans for eventual wiring and landscaping. Then we moved across the country, and my layout was broken down and packed away. For the next 20 years, my train equipment was stored in an old-style moving trunk, and I never actually set it up again after we moved. Eventually, I ended up giving away all of my train-related items to a friend's 3 sons, and I actually learned a few years ago that they had just passed those same items on to their own children. So in the end, I'm happy that everything went to a good home because they were my prized possessions. For a long time, I tried scratching the model railroading itch in many other ways. Train games, simulators, virtual layouts, and of course, train spotting. And they all worked for a while. They helped, but only slightly. The things that you build in digital worlds just don't seem to be the same as having a physical layout. They don't replace touch. They don't replace the satisfaction of working on your own layout. And now, that difference matters to me. Everybody's unique and they have their own way of looking at things. And they also tend to approach building model railroads the same way from their own perspective. And what you'll see here is just one of those types of perspective. Some of what I do will probably look familiar, some of it won't. Nothing here will get rushed, nothing will be hidden. And my excuse for not building a model railroad for a long time is that I live in an apartment and that I didn't have the space. But now that I can't scratch the itch anymore, I'm pretty motivated to find the space. And you'll see in the coming videos how that takes shape. So right now, this is what I've managed to collect so far. The lumber is next. Once the base materials arrive, the real work starts. The benchwork, track planning, all of the mistakes and fixes, but mostly, hopefully, progress. If you'd like to see a summary of the rolling stock that I've picked up so far, please just let me know, and I'll be happy to share it with you. This is just the beginning. I hope that you'll join me on my journey. Let's see where it goes.